Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking, and I hope that you're all doing okay. Today, the 10th of March of 2026, as the messenger is here for you. Let's read the energies as we usually do every Tuesday. Let's see what's going on. We know the world is in a bit of a shamble right now. Let's just hope for the best. Whatever is going on, we did expect some issues, but you never really know what's going to pan out. Today, Tuesday the 10th of March of 2026, as the moon is transiting through Sagittarius and squaring the Pisces part of our charts, where we've got Mercury retrograde there. It's still the Pisces season. Happy birthday, Pisces, if you're celebrating your birthday. Remember that Pisces is the natural 12th house. It does speak to endings, which bring on new beginnings. The endings, various endings in our lives, cycles, larger cycles, smaller cycles. That's what astrology is. And astrology is the energies, the frequencies that we are surrounded by in the cosmos, as well as us personally. Venus has now entered Aries. Venus is in the house of Mars, of course. We've still got, of course, the North Node. Let me show you the chart just for a moment. I'm wanting to give you the understanding of why things are still quite on the hard side. And here is the Pisces energy with the Sun, Mercury, and the North Node, as well as Mars in the sign of Pisces. Here is Venus. She's just a few days ago, she passed over Saturn and Neptune in Aries. We know that Venus in Saturn, there are limitations with Venusian matters, whether it's love, pleasures, happy-go-lucky, finances, Saturn and Venus, cold love, restrictions where love is concerned, or even the ability to step into that new story, which is Aries. Aries is a beginning, right? And here is the moon in Sagittarius in a T-square. So emotionally, we may be feeling a little bit hot under the collar, and that we can't, expand, explore, and be optimistic emotionally with the moon in Sagittarius and squaring off to Pisces. But the moon moves quickly, so that's fine. That's quite okay. What the issue is here, I would say more than likely, would be this. Well, as you can see, we've got a couple of squares from Chiron to Juno, the asteroid of commitment, marriage, contracts, agreements, which is pointing to the South Node in Virgo. The South Node being a very karmic situation or time in our life where we've got to release the South Node collectively as well as personally and find the resolution. The key is Chiron here. So this is struggles where releasing something from the past is concerned, and we're looking for the way to do that, because a square is a difficult aspect. We need to take action to do that, and this is a very karmic aspect, right? And also Lilith and the moon are forming another difficult aspect such as this, which is called Thor's hammer, right? The pressure point is Chiron here, and in this triangular aspect here, you could see that the aspect that is pointed more so is the South Node. So there's something that we need to surgically remove where we cannot come to an agreement and decide that this is what I want to follow, this is what I want to release, because we need to look towards the North Node in Pisces. So we're under pressure, needing to release something from the past and find the resolution and the way to do that. Okay, so it could be anything and different matters pertaining to who you are and how those harsh aspects connect to your astrological birth chart. So we're reading the energies. We'll be taking the mythic oracle today and see what the messenger brings us. Mercury retrograde is bringing back old situations, people from the past, and things that we need to look into, end or fix, and then be able to move forward. And stay with me for a little bit. This isn't going to be a very long message today, as I've got lots of obligations and running around to do. I've uploaded on our channel here at Divine Debut 11 Mary Lou, the Mary Lou application. It's called Mary Lou Cup. It's for coffee reading, it's for numerology, astrology, and for dream interpretation. How to download, how to find it, and how to use it. It is on Android now through the Play Store. In the next very soon future, it will be also on the App Store for iOS users. Thank you for your love and your support, even for just downloading it. Check it out. It helps the algorithm. So let's take today's message and see what the message is as we're reading the energies. Please, Spirit, your guidance always helps. Let's see, what is the Karma Dharma now? We've got the Chariot. And remember, the Chariot is also about decisions. You know, honing in laser focus towards where we want to take our life. Remember, the messenger is here is a general reading. It's not, it doesn't lean towards love. It leans towards everything in our life. So we see what comes up, what comes through. Cancer is very obvious here. The energy of Cancer, which is where Jupiter is. And Jupiter has just recently trined from Jupiter from Cancer over to Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Both Jupiter and Mercury are retrograde, so it does speak to old matters, things that are coming back so that we could, as I said, revisit, right? Mercury retrograde. Mercury is all about communication, perception, how we talk, how we communicate, how we share messages. Mercury could speak to Mercury retrograde, technological breakdowns, or even anything that was broken being fixed. We don't sign anything, we don't agree to anything unless it's something you're revisiting and you've got a second opportunity. Jupiter will give us the bigger picture. But remember, they will turn direct and connect again through a trine aspect. We're looking for the resolution now, okay, because Jupiter in Cancer is exalted, very strong position. With Mercury in Pisces, it could be a little bit confusing, misunderstandings. Remember, Pisces is forgiveness, unconditional love, needing to believe, right? Make sure you do your research, go over things again and again. This is the opportunity that we're given. And Jupiter is turning direct on the 10th, 11th of March, today, tomorrow, the day after. Give it a few days, it will start to move forward. Let's see what's coming through as we're reading the energies. We've got the Two of Cups, so it's an agreement, some sort of a contract. It could be any creative ventures, an agreement, a partnership, or it could be a romantic connection, a soulmate, right? So it's all about two people. Doesn't have to be love. It could be relationships. It could be partnerships. What else is coming through? We've got the World card, Major Arcana, Saturnian energies. Everything needs its time. Remember, Venus, which is the goddess of love, money, finances, relationships, peace, harmony, balance. Something needs to be released. Obviously, there's been an imbalance because we've got a cycle that needs to end, and it could be our comfort zone that we're needing to release, right? South Node in Virgo, not be so nitty-picky about the details. Let's look at the bigger picture. Jupiter is trying to bring us that. And Jupiter in Cancer also is connected to the past, to family, to our financial, emotional security, right? We've had some wonderful aspects. Grand water trine with the moon through Scorpio. Now the moon is in Sagittarius. The moon through Scorpio connecting to Mercury and the sun. Mercury went through a Kazemi, right? Started a new cycle as Mercury connected with the sun, went through a death and a rebirth, right? So some sort of an aha moment, something positive maybe has begun for you. Maybe there's been some good news. And of course, Mercury and the sun, the Kazemi, forming a trine aspect, a flowing aspect to Jupiter in Cancer, and Jupiter over to the moon in Scorpio. So we've had some wonderful opportunities, something starting. You may have had some good news already, but remember, Venus has just yesterday, the day before, stepped over Neptune, which could speak to confusion, illusion, misunderstandings, where love or anything that we're creating is concerned. And then Saturn, which again, remember, conjunctions are seeds. There have been seeds that have been planted relative to the new story, the new cycle in our lives. But there's something that we're having a hard time releasing with the World card. Now we've got fixed energies here. We've got Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus being fixated on something. Change is not easy for the fixed signs, and we all have those fixed areas in our charts. So something needs to complete. Some of you may also be connecting to people that are worldly, that are away, far away from you. The Chariot speaks to overcoming any obstacles, any issues that are connected to the past, taking charge of our lives. Remember, Cancer is it's cardinal water. That's where Jupiter is. Give Jupiter a few days, things will start to flow and move forward. We'll be able to see the bigger picture. There is the opportunity, a new beginning, a new creative, a new emotional beginning. Self-love, first of all, is very significant, very important. Remember, Venus is now in Aries. Aries is thyself. Opposite Aries is Libra. That's where Venus is happy. That's her home. So she's away from home now, not in a very good position. Let's see, there is an opportunity, some point of happiness or a potential new beginning, and an opportunity to release the past. Remember, Six of Swords is transition. We do see a lot of water. So it is a very emotional time still that we're maybe having issues releasing anything that was toxic and very karmic in our lives that's kept us, returning back to old situations, trying to find a resolution as to a potential agreement. It could have been a partnership in business, could have been a marriage, could have been something that you've agreed to. Right, but there's something that needs to be released so that we can transition towards this new opportunity. Now, those of you that are connecting with someone that is at a physical distance, travel is necessary. There could be physical distance and emotional distance between you and another person or other people. We've got a King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. This is the king with the open heart. Sometimes this king could be could be someone that has very strong fluctuating emotions, psychological, emotional issues, being at an imbalance because of a lack of happiness, a lack of self-love. Remember that we're in the Pisces season, and Pisces is sometimes the martyr, sometimes the sacrifice. It could be something that this divine masculine, even though we've got feminine energies, remember water is more assessive, more on the leaning towards the feminine side. And feminine is all about, nurturing, loving, and even sacrificing. So a release of something toxic or some form of a responsibility towards a home, towards a family, towards even the security, let's say, of our security or the security of others is concerned here. So Pisces comes through very strongly as well. Very strong water at this time. It could be a very emotional time, but not a happy emotional time. There is emotional pressure here as the moon is squaring over to Pisces, right? From Sagittarius. Lilith is also there. We may be feeling a sense of injustice, that we haven't been treated fairly. There's something that hasn't been fair and just here. And we've got the Eight of Cups, so someone is ready to release the emotional baggage of the past. Right? Someone is following their psyche, their higher self, and what they believe to be true for themselves, even if it's because we don't actually have, the only energy of Earth here that we've got is the Taurus energy here, right? What's missing here is, well, there's no fire. We've got water, we've got air as well, very strongly. So water is emotions, air is our perception or the way we communicate. Swords could be about cutting as well. The Eight of Cups is someone is emotionally moving out, checking out from the past where they could not find their total happiness, right? Remember that even agreeing to disagree and then moving on could be a resolution here. Very strong emotions. Something is being, there is an ability to birth something new here as long as there's a release of some sort of an issue that you're dealing with and it is connected to the past. What do we have here? The Nine of Cups. So many cups. Nine of Cups is I'm doing what makes me feel good and what I need to do. So, wow, okay, someone's been carrying a very heavy burden. Remember that the cross can also speak to our beliefs. Jupiter is about beliefs, and Jupiter in Cancer is connecting to the past. The way we grew up, the inner child is coming through relative to heavy responsibilities. And I'm also going to say it's about cutting the umbilical cord pertaining to the new chapter in our life. It's a testing time where we need to remember Aries is where the action is now. That's where Saturn is. That's where Neptune is. And it's about taking that step. Remember, Aries is the Fool as well. So taking that step into the unknown. Let's see. And releasing the heavy burdens of the past. What else do we have here? Yeah, there is Kronos, there is Saturn. So it's all about timing. So we've been carrying this heavy burden. Saturn is saying that we need to not jump into the unknown without a safety net. Obviously, that is, Saturn saying that we need to grow up, we need to mature, sort of close the door on the past. And remember, kings are all about a maturity, having gone through the lessons, the maturing process. So it's like leaving behind a past story and moving into the new. Kronos and Saturn is saying it's all about timing. Right? Interesting. We've got a 36, which equals a 9, and then 37, which equals a 10, which is like an ace. And we've got the star, and the star is the future. We're stepping into our future here, and it's never easy because, as I said, the South Node is our comfort zone, but we need to leave that and step into the future and need to mature so that we could continue on our journey, on our soul's path. And that involves emotionally checking out from something of the past. Okay? What's at the bottom here? And we've got the compass here, following our heart. There is the sun. It's showing our true north, right? And this can, again, connect to someone that's physically at a distance where travel is involved, or it's the compass of the heart. You need to truly understand where your heart is, and that's what you need to travel. towards, right? The North Node in Pisces. Even if there's been a lack of understanding or a misunderstanding here, I think that listening to our higher self and to our heart is the most important guidance at this time. Remember, this is a general reading and will not resonate for all of us. Okay. Whatever burdens we've been carrying, Saturn, remember, is the taskmaster, but he's also the major rewards, the major payback, and the biggest gifts. It's like a maturing process that we've passed a particular test, and that takes time. Of course, it may take years, it may take months for us, but now it's all about, because the energies are going to start to pick up as Mercury turns direct with the new astrological year, the spring equinox around the 20th there, right? So all the planets now moving direct very soon. Things will start to run. They will quicken. So it's like a last moment of trusting in your higher self, listening to your heart, and being emotionally open. I would say also forgiveness is a major emotion that we need to work with, right? I'm not saying forget, but forgive and move forward. Don't hold the poison in your own heart, okay? Let's see what the blockages are. This is Singles and Relationship Oracle deck. So, well, it can be relative to any relationship. See how it speaks to you personally. Let's go. Too attached. Give your partner some breathing room. Being too needy drives them away. So you see, people need to breathe. They need their time right now. So let's stop pushing when there's going to be a birth. When Kronos says the birthing process, that last push. Remember, this is Venus in the birth canal. We are giving birth to something now, but give it a little bit of space, a little bit of room. Mercury's still retrograde. We've still got the past issue going on. Giving too much. You are depleted because you give too much. You need a balance of give and take. So we've got a lot of green here, very earthy, which speaks to earth is slow, earth is practical, right? This is the reality here. Someone's given too much and someone needs some breathing room. So I don't know how it speaks to you personally. Remember, earth is about stability. It's about reality. Saturn is also about earth. Saturn rules Capricorn. Now in a fire sign, it's all about taking action. Yes, you may be wanting to move forward really quickly, but Spirit is saying, hold back, hold on. Trust that Neptune, that dream could become a reality, but there are growing pains here. And we need to keep believing. The star says there's a wish fulfillment. It speaks to the future, right? And listen to your higher self, okay? With a compass here, you will be shown the way. Let's go. And tolerating abuse. Any kind of abuse is not okay. You deserve someone who treats you well. Wow, that would be, obviously, because if we've got the green light here, it's blocked by someone staying in an unhealthy attachment here and putting up with abuse, whether it's verbal, whether it's physical. Okay, so someone is still needing here to understand that they are better than this and that they are the leader in their own life, okay? The strength does come from within. Let's take one more. We've got staying stuck. You keep repeating old patterns. It's time to try something new. Very, very interesting indeed. So, as I said, Chiron it's the key. It's about unlocking something, that door that is closed, the inability to move forward, to move away emotionally, which is what the Eight of Cups is here. Let's take some Lavera Sibila and see what this Eight of Cups is about. What is this Eight of Cups about? We have Donna Maritata, the mother with the children, or the Empress, we could say here. We have Superbia. There can be a little bit of ego or stuck energies here, right? This is like the Two of Wands. It's like an open portal, but there's also opportunities or a choice that needs to be made. There can be a little bit of ego here, or what these two cards are saying to me, through patience, through loving, nurturing, and unconditional love, just like the love of a mother, there can be abundance and luck. This could also be someone's been waiting forever for a spiritual connection, for the balance or the equal giving and receiving relative to a spiritual connection. There could be third-party situations here. This could be a mother or a father staying in an unhealthy situation and tolerating abuse and sacrificing their happiness for their children or for others. Right? And we've got Ladro, the thief, Ten of Pentacles, which is a family situation, or that someone in the family possibly has been taking advantage of other family members, having taken something that was not theirs. This is an unhealthy attachment for sure. But the thief is also tact. It's tact, it's intelligence, it's things being revealed, it's third parties. As you can see, he's stepping in from the door. So this can speak to third party situations relative to a family unit. Ten of Pentacles is marriage, it is family. But it also can speak to possible abundance once there's been intelligence, tact, or even, I'm going to say, forgiveness, and even needing to trust that you're on your way to abundance, and you're going to have to be intelligent. And that could involve doing something that you wouldn't normally do. Remember, it said here, try something new. So we've got the lucky clover here, the Six of Pentacles, which is about karma dharma for me. Equal giving and receiving. As I said, karma dharma. When the nodes are involved, it does speak to fate, destiny, and karma and dharma. What's at the bottom here? We've got falsita. So there is some falsehood, some distrust, someone holding back on their truth. It's the Four of Pentacles. This is the miser. Someone may be feeling unloved, or someone not having received their, the equality. So equal giving and receiving, I get here. Falsita means falsehood. So maybe even illusion or lies, deception, or even self-deception, we could say here. And there's the leggerezza, the Ten of Wands. Leggerezza is a powerful metamorphosis and change. And yes, it can speak to a sexual connection. Third parties, these two cards together for sure. But the Ten of Wands is like a heavy burden that's being needing to be put down, right? Needing to get to the end of a cycle, a heavy cycle, which is like the cross here. Now, this may take 2 to 3 weeks for some of you. I would say pay attention to the 16th of the month. Today's the 10th, so in 6 days. Okay, from the 10th to the 16th could be important timing, all right? And this could also be the return of a third party, someone that you've been connecting to in the past, someone that you maybe thought did not give you what you were worth, treated you fairly unjustly, only did what made them feel good. Maybe you were carrying someone, nurturing, loving, sacrificing, and there was no equal reciprocity. If we look at the Eight of Cups, we've got another ace and another ace here. There are two cups here. It's like, to me, what I'm getting here is that whoever is leaving an emotional, difficult situation in the past where they could not find their total happiness, I get a mirroring energy where both people are needing to leave something behind so that their lives can connect. So instead of living parallel lives because it's time to reconnect, it's like the divine timing, the right timing, which is Chronos as well. So work needing to be done from both sides so that they could see if their lives are connected and they're meeting in the middle. And that's a message that I'm getting that's coming through for me here. We've got judgment, crisis, choices, second chances, second opportunities at a wish fulfillment. We've got two wish cards here. We've got some nice cards, but something needs to be released that is holding back this situation. Okay. All right, my darlings, let's take the Mythic Oracle and see what the gods have got to communicate to us today. I will be, in the next few days, we'll be choosing the 10 winners for the celebratory giveaway that we're doing 10 years here on YouTube. Divine Debut 11 has been 10 years. And I'll be giving you numbers and we'll be doing the draw as well. So make sure that you are being notified. Let's go. Let's take the message for today, the 10th of March. It is 2:23 p.m. Greek time on the hour clock. And we have Iris and Harmony. I get Libra energies here. Number 36. We've got two number 36s here. That adds to a 9. 9 is, it's the Hermit. And someone's seeing the inner light. Someone's doing the work. Someone is seeing what they need to release. Remember, 9s are about, a culmination. Number 36. Uh, 36. Iris is the daughter of the sea god Thamas, Thomas, and the sea nymph Electra. She is the personal messenger of Hera, able to travel freely through realms. Now, Hera is Juno that I spoke of in this challenging Thor's hammer aspect. She is the personal messenger of Hera, able to travel freely through all realms. Represented by the rainbow, Iris is said to provide water to the clouds and carries a pitcher of water from the river Styx, the river that creates the boundaries between Earth and the realm of Hades. The water from the river has many magical powers, including the power to make those who would perjure themselves go to sleep. Like Hermes, she also carries a herald's wand. Interesting, because he's talking about water. There is a lot of water here. Iris is the link between God and mankind, heaven and earth. Through the unity of the sun and water, she creates the full spectrum of colors and brings harmony with her wherever she goes, creating harmonious communication between the realms. Well, that's nice. I hope that happens. That's what we need, harmonious communication, so that peace could come to the world, my friends. Let's see what the message is. If you have drawn this card, it is time to pay attention to your feelings. If you have found yourself experiencing conflict in your relationships, it may be time to find out why. Are you happy in your heart? Are you looking after your inner needs? Are you confident and comfortable within yourself? Do you listen to yourself and honor your word to yourself? All of these things directly impact your relationships and your ability to communicate with the world around you. This is a time for restoring harmony, first to yourself and then to the world around you. My dear friends, this to me is Venus in Aries, because Venus is thyself and the others is Libra, which is opposite. This card is about harmony of the heart, and the harmony can only exist when you take care of yourself. This is a good time to write in a journal or sit in a reflective space and focus on what you are feeling and what you need at this time to feel nurtured and whole within yourself. This is the time to find the loving space that exists within your heart and truly open yourself up to love, kindness, generosity, and forgiveness. In order to do this, you may need to truly take the time to feel love and kindness towards yourself. Only when you have truly nourished yourself can the abundance of love and joy that exists within you flow out into the world. And it is only then that you will be able to create true harmony with others in a clear and balanced way. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful message. Now, this could also be a message to the person that you are connecting with. Maybe they need to love themselves as well because they've been put through the ringer. They've given too much. I get very strongly the energies of Pisces here, the unconditional love, that we are all one. Sometimes, with the sun transiting through Pisces, it brings out the Pisces surrender, sacrifice in the area of our chart that is ruled by Pisces. So look to the Pisces area of your chart and then the Aries part of your chart as well, and see what is it that you're releasing, what is it that you need to, the Virgo part of your chart, what is it that you need to follow, North Node in Pisces. But also be happy within your own self, in your own heart, find the true balance from within so that you can find it from without as well. Okay? And that's how relationships are. And relationships are with all the people that have crossed into our periphery, whether it's for a little while or whether it's for a long while. And everyone that we connect with, soulmates, they come into our life to teach us particular lessons. They come and they reflect our flaws where we need to fix what's not balanced within ourselves before we can be happy and ready to partner up, to be in a relationship. And relationships have been going through a lot of testing times, a lot of challenges because of what's going on around us and in our environment. Anyway, my darlings, I think we'll leave it there. As I said, I've got to run. We'll be back tomorrow with a love reading. Thank you for your patience and your love. As many of you know, this Mary Lou Cup application, is taking up a bit of our time, but it's incredible, that after 10 years of being here on YouTube, it just happened that it's like a new cycle is opening up for me, as I'm sure for many of you, there's a new life cycle that is beginning in a particular area of life for you. So thank you for your patience, your love, your loyalty, for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and hyping this video. It always helps get the message out to others that need to hear the message. Okay, Four of Cups, you see someone emotionally is unhappy, going through a crisis. Remember that this is, I'm going to do me first, right? I need to be happy within my own skin, and then I could be happy within another union, because that's what we're seeing here. Relationships are very significant at this time. All right, my friends, love and light. Remember that it's very important about decisions being made, choices being made right now, and Jupiter turning direct in the next couple of days as he starts to move forward will start to bring the gifts. Look to the area of Cancer in your sign, in your chart. Jupiter in Cancer is exalted, so the best is yet to come. Hopefully peace will also come to the world, because what's going on is just utterly crazy. Thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow, so make sure that you connect with us on the premiere. Love and light, dear friends.